Hello, Christina Resso. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Hope you all are doing well. And as for me, as they say in church, well, the men do. In my house, we will serve the Lord. Well, it's a song, but it's also in scripture. So we have to take care of our own home first before talking about any others. And I want to go, before I go into the story, it was just an update. I may do this on my radio program about how Christianity today is becoming woke. So thankfully, the Lord has protected me from working for them. So, in addition to Christian Post, I don't know if you all heard about that, but I found out this is from BBC, but I also found on ONAN. I can't find the email because I'm subscribed to them. But on BBC, as a British network or like New York Times, says six big immigration changes under Trump. Well, the church is also can also be involved because we're about law too, at least the righteous ones. So it states since taking office in 2020, 2024 in January, President 25. I'm sorry. President Trump has announced a flurry of immigration related executive orders paved a paved for a widespread effort to crack down on undocumented migrants in the US. In more than 21 actions, Trump has moved to overhaul parts of the U.S. immigration system, including how migrants are processed and deported from the U.S. The White House has since publicized some of these efforts. On Friday, the new White House press secretary shared images of deportation flights being carried out by military cargo planes. Now, years ago, when this first began an uproar, I believe this started because I was still in Chicago at the time. Maybe around, because I even worked with these people. A lot of these migrants that thought they were entitled or privileged to 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 rights in the U, because there is a difference between a right and a privilege. Thought they can just do whatever they want, and when they didn't have proper immigration documentation, they get upset because for too long they have just spread it out and throughout the U.S., including that young lady that hid in the church in Chicago. And one lie, well, she's an immigrant too, but I think she didn't break. I don't think she broke the law to come here. Said that she was a strong lady. Really, a criminal that's a strong lady? Oh gosh. I mean, yes, they're criminals. They broke the immigration law. You, by definition, are a criminal. Okay, so deportation of migrants. Well, anywho, where I was getting at, I was talking to a so-called friend of mine, where I thought she was, said that it's impossible and it's going to be some type of riot if they get deported. Well, let them get mad. Just like someone calls you a racist or fascist or homophobe or bigot, let them. You stand for righteousness and what's right, then let them call you names. The cornerstone of Trump's immigration policy is removing unlawful migrants out of the U.S. and the promise of mass deportation. To that effect, the Defense Department has said that it will provide military aircraft to deport more than 5,000 people that have been detained by Border Patrol in San Diego and El Paso, Texas. ICE statistics show that over 1,000 people were removed on Tuesday, the fourth day of Trump administration. Over the weekend, however, Trump deportation flights caused a brief diplomatic spat over Colombia's government barred two military planes carrying Colombians deported from the U.S. from landing. Yeah, that did you hear about that? A recent case of I think this was an Arab immigrant, Iranian or someone, and I think he was beheaded by a Cuban, or I don't know if it was the other way around. It could have been the other way around because I know this is gonna sound bad. In Islam, they're known for beheading people, so it could have been the other way around. His government appears to have agreed to accept the flights after Trump administration threatened Colombia with tariffs. Trump also has removed to expand the scope of expedited deportations of undocumented migrants, reviving policy under the first term that Biden had discontinued. With Trump's changes, these removals can now occur anywhere in the U.S. and will apply to undocumented migrants who can't prove that they have been in the country for more than 2 years. Deportations are not unique to the Trump administration. Biden carried out deportations as well. 271,000 migrants deported to 192 countries in the fiscal year 2024. In total, Biden carried out 1.5 million deportations in his 4 years, according to figures by Migration Policy Institute. That is around the same that was carried out under the Trump's first term. That number is lower than deportations carried out under Barack Obama's first term, which added up to a total of 2.9 million. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that put people in cages. Trying to see where the list is. Okay, maybe this it starts here. So firstly, deportation of migrants. One, fortifying the U.S. Mexican border. Two, halting the processing of migrants and asylum seekers. Canceling existing migrants' appointments. Sneezing all over the place and being in our schools. Construction of migrant shelters by Mexico. Expanding the powers of ICE and carrying out raids. Yeah. So these are appointments. Yeah. Mexico's anticipating all this. Guatemala as well, and others, because Guatemalans usually come in through Mexico. Okay, so in a nutshell, we're cleaning house little by little, but I believe this process, because nothing against anybody, but these illegal immigration hinders citizens more than anything. If you think the lackey young lady that was deleted is bad, it will get a lot worse. I mean, you can argue U.S. citizens do the same thing, and that's exactly the problem. We have too many people and criminals in our own country that we have to take care of, let alone some babysit for somebody else or prosecute somebody else. Christina Red Soul, thanks for listening. Pray for our nation and our brothers and sisters under the persecuted church, and may all babies saved by repenting and believing in what Jesus did with his finished atonement on the cross, died, buried, and was resurrected on the third day, and sits at the right hand of the Father. For it's his permissive will that all may be saved. May the Lord bless you, keep you, and may his light shine upon you. And I'll talk to you as soon as the Lord wills.